Well, I'm Jenn Zimmel. Never in a million years would I've ever thought of standing up here, but God really has a different plan for me. I, for years, have been a very solid, independent, pain in the butt, doing what I'm going to do, and nobody can tell me any different. And April of 2008 was pretty much the beginning of 2009. What year was it? 10? 2009. And this morning when I was showering, the symbolism of being here in this building struck me pretty wicked today. Because beside us, there used to be another building, the Troy Kleiner building, which I owned and loved and worshipped. And would never have let it go because I believed that I was smarter and stronger. And April 2nd of 2009, I get a phone call from the fire department telling me I have a couple of bricks on the street. Okay, there wasn't a couple. There was about 500. I had tenants. I had a family. At that time, we was little. And I was standing in my pajamas, drinking a cup of coffee at the barricades, helping my tenants find new places to live, finding a new place for myself to live, and my son and his father. I didn't understand it. I was angry. I'm like, are you kidding me? I buy this building, I'm going to turn it green, I'm going to do everything right, and it's gone. And that bulge had been there forever, and now it's gone after 14 months of having it. And thank the Lord that it was only 14 months that I had it. So after that, everything changed. Do I salvage it? What do I do with this piece of property? What do I do? So I'm an environmental person for the most part. And so I had actually sold every single piece of property within it. The bricks, the subfloor, the beams, everything in the city of Virginia. God bless them. It wasn't meant to be. They wanted it down, and they wanted it down fast. There was no insurance coverage. I quit my job at AT&T because I felt that I needed to help this building figure out what was supposed to happen with it. And it needed to come down because it was not safe for the city. So after months of denailing 3,800 square feet of hardwood floor myself and selling bricks and clawfoot tubs and windows, anything to pay the bills, I finally went to John Turnbull and I said, you know what, we have a grant from the IRMA Resources Development for $75,000. All of the bids are $150,000. I can't do this by myself anymore. Please take it. I want it. I can't have it. So through that, I found a new business opportunity, and I am not going to talk about that today, but I'm very thankful. I'm healthier now than I've ever been in my entire life. And through this business, I have met some of the most amazing people. In April of this year, I was in a training in Dallas, and the 73-year-old man, Dennis Dowdell, God bless him, I was honored to have breakfast with him and about 20 other close friends, and he spoke about balance and the 7 levels of balance that you need to have in your life. Spirituality, physical, family, business, anything. I had it written down and memorized, and I forget. But anyways, there's 7 things, and you're supposed to balance all 7. I looked around the room, and I'm a single mom with all these amazing men and women that are helping people get healthier every day. And I went to this man, and I hugged him, and I said, thank you. It doesn't matter how much money I make, I need to be with my son. So the training went on, and Saturday night I was with my dear friends Lisa and Chad St. Aubin. I was sleeping with them in between them probably, because I would go wherever they went. And they would always help me financially to get to the trainings. And they said, so, are you going to church tomorrow? And I looked at them like they had 3 heads. I said, why would I go to church? And they said, because Dennis is speaking. So I went to church. And I cried a lot. And then a friend of mine came back into my life, Andre Riesling, who has struggled more than any person I've ever met in my entire life. And she loves me unconditionally. And Gary Bristol, came into my store one day, and she's like, you know what, I need to tell you about this church I go to. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested, thanks. And I just started to quit fighting my chemical imbalance. I started to quit fighting the laws of what is. So April 1st, if you would have asked me what my religion was, I probably would have said I was more Buddhist than I was anything. Okay, I believed in energy, and I believe in the universe, and what you think about, you bring about, and all of this stuff. And not that that's not all kahooey, but there is one person that created all of those things, and that's God. So I thought baptism was like getting your high school diploma. I thought you read the book, you do the lessons, you do the thing, and then if you're good enough, you too can be baptized. So last week when Pastor Kevin was speaking, I'm like, oh, really? Sign me up. Last week I was a mess, and I was so honored to be here for my first visual baptism as well. And today is my 35th birthday. And I couldn't think of a better gift to give myself than to choose the life of the Lord and to try to be a better mother, a better friend, a better person, and to just quit trying so hard and to just listen. So yesterday was a fabulous day. I was in Duluth, and I had found a cross a couple months ago that I wanted to purchase, but I didn't. So I got a cup of coffee, and I went down and I got my first cross that I will go in the water with me today. Went to Barnes & Noble and I got my very first Bible. Made sure it was the right one, because there's a lot. Another fun story too is that it doesn't matter how green you are, because I had missed a Sunday. I was somewhere, because if I'm not somewhere, I'm here, but I was somewhere, and Drake gives me this blue piece of paper with all of this stuff on it, and dates and stuff, and all these different words and numbers, and she's like, here you go. And I said, what is that? She goes, well, that's what we're supposed to read. We are encouraged to read on Christmas. I said, what exactly are you talking about? She said, you need to be reading the Bible. I said, really? And I read the Bible. And then I didn't understand. And then I went on to say, and I said, okay, but what's with all these different words and stuff? She goes, there's lots of books in there. I went, oh. Okay, so, yeah, so talk about being green. So I have nowhere to go but up, apparently. So what I would like to share with you with Pastor Kevin's acceptance is, I went home last night, I went to bed, I was so excited. What a great birthday. And I opened my Bible, and I was drawn to a passage that I would like to share with you, and then I would like to share with you why I want to share. Because I don't read the Bible, don't really get it, but I'm trying.